Okay, are you ready for question and answer 55? I know, it's like just yesterday it was number 1. Anyway, here we go. Do people generally have common courtesy and manners? It's sad that in today's world I would have to answer that as a no. What does quote unquote cool mean to you? Cool isn't about looks. It's not about how you talk. It isn't about what you say. It's about what you do. If you back up your words with what you say, then you're cool. Okay. What thought or sentiment would you like to put in fortune cookies? Never give up. Would you rather be rich and alone or poor with lots of friends? I don't know if you can always trust your friends. I mean, there's some out there that I think they're frenemies. So I would say middle of the road. How do you feel about guns? I'm not really supportive of them. I don't believe a lot of hunting should happen. And it seems sad when our kids take them to school. What 2 people would you like to see in the next presidential race? Well, we already unfortunately know Trump is in. But I would love to see anyone, come in and beat him. Anyone. Should health insurance cover infertility treatments? Oh, that's a touchy topic for me. Yes, I would say, and 110%. What do you think about feeding the poor and the malnourished in the U.S. and elsewhere? In the U.S., I'm all for it. But when we take these mission trips to go better these other countries, whether it's a church or whether it's a person doing it, I disagree. 110. And there's a reason. We have enough people living in the poor and the sick and the oppressed in this United States. We don't have to go looking too far. You want to go make a difference? Go up to Chicago. I bet you'll see some homeless people up there. You want to make a difference? Go to heck any of these big cities where kids are wanting to take guns to school and tell them why they shouldn't do it. It doesn't have to be a major difference in order to make a small difference. You could do it right in your own city, right in your own town, without having to rely on others to fund you to go to some sick, oppressed place just for your personal pleasure underneath it all. Let's be honest. What event in American history do you most vividly remember? 9/11. What is the price of peace? Unfortunately, it seems to be the price of war. We can't seem to keep ourselves out of other people's business. So therefore, we're getting our big nose stuck out there, and we're getting all kinds of people taking pot shots at us. And that's the reason. And this whole build a wall crap, there's another thing. Just because you build a wall, do you think people are not going to go around that wall, over the wall, or under the wall? Come on. Let's get a brain. It's just stupid. Okay. What does, quote, peace on earth, end quote, mean to you? It means that we are having no fighting, no interbickering, nobody backstabbing or being a two-faced person, or, that we can trust one another. We want the best for each other, whether that is helping our fellow man get some food that we know that he's running short with his paycheck this week, or if helping him that we know get car gas when he may not have enough money to afford it, or basically not going to war and finding a way around it. That's the price of peace, and peace on earth too as well. How old is too old to be president? I don't know. I mean, as long as they've got their abilities about them, I would say probably 75 would be the cutoff limit. Let's see here. Should the national anthem be played before sporting and entertainment events? Absolutely. We got to show respect for the men and women who have died and went overseas and fought for your freedom. It's disrespectful not to do it. It's disrespectful to keep your hat on and not have your hand over your heart. It's just disrespectful. How do you feel when a TV program is interrupted by a special news bulletin? It depends on what program. Most programs that I watch is on other channels where they're not interrupted, thank goodness. But if it's something that was on ABC, NBC, maybe the music awards, lately I don't think it would be that bad to be interrupted. But in the old days, in the 90s, oh, it would have been bad to be interrupted because we had Sawyer Brown, we had Restless Heart, we had music. You kids of today, you can screech, you can yell, you cannot have a steel guitar or a fiddle and have no idea what country music is. Just saying. Okay. Let's see here. What new law would you like to make? This is a good one. What new law would I like to make? Well, July 1st here in Illinois, we got a lot of new laws going into effect, and I hope that some of them actually make a difference. If I was to make a law, though, I would say, and it would be for our entire state, that we have, I know his whole point of doing the gas hike is to make our roads a better place. Ride down this street. I would say any brick street not kept up would not be able to be on the historical list. Therefore, if that city cannot afford bricks, to lay in the broken bricks, to lay in the bricks that are sunk in, guess what? We would not have brick streets. Every street would be paved. Because there is such thing as when history, you can't preserve it anymore, then you have to let it go, like Elsa would say. Okay, let's move on. What should be done about unsolicited junk mail, emails, spam, and phone solicitations? They are the worst thing in the world, but sometimes when the only thing you get in the mail is junk mail, you kind of look forward to it. So I'm not, junk mail don't bother me. Email, yes, I would love to have a block on that. Spam, yes, would like to have a block on that, so when I'm playing my games, I don't get these pop-up ads that are crap. And the only game I ever play is Word with Friends, but still, I don't want this pop-up ad thing coming up. Phone solicitation, I have the best line for when they call the house. Hello, caller, you're on the air. And boy, do they hang up. It works. What should be the priority? Exploring the ocean, the space, or our planet? I'm not so much the ocean or the space, but maybe our own stupid planet. Because, we got greenhouse effect and all that stuff. They need to be focusing just a little bit more on that. What do you think about health care coverage in the USA? It sucks. I honestly can say I think that insurance companies should not restrict you to okay, this is the hospital you have to go to. This is so therefore you have to pick a doctor from this hospital when the hospital may be worth crap. The doctor may be okay, but then they have these hospitalists. And I disagree with that. I think that we need to go back to the old way of doing it when we had one doctor. That doctor went with you to the hospital to make sure he was your personal doctor all the way through. You didn't have this BS of having some little hospitalist out there that don't know you from Adam and try to be your doctor. So if healthcare really wants to improve, I urge them to crack down on these hospitals that have hospitalists without doctors. Because honestly, they're only hurting themselves. And if you think about it, it's true. Do you have confidence in the medical system? Not in our local medical system, no. And I'm proud to say that. Because, it took 14 different doctors to diagnose me with polycystic ovarian syndrome. When they finally got a damn good gynecologist who promised me she wasn't going to leave this area, but God help her, she got a divorce, didn't realize what was going to go on at that time. And Dr. Horvat, I adore you. And it was Sarah Bush's loss. And Sarah Bush needs to go find a good OBGYN like you, and if not, hire you back. And actually, they just need to restructure the whole damn hospital. Let's just be honest. Top to bottom, it's gone to hell. And they need to redo it. But I don't have much faith in Sarah Bush. But I'm stuck there until the end of this year, so knock on wood, nothing will happen. Does the U.S. interfere too much internationally? I answered that earlier. Absolutely we do. I think that we get ourselves into messes that we don't need to worry about. And if they didn't stick their big fat nose into half the problems that these other countries have, we wouldn't be having problems with them. At some point, China is going to say, we own the U.S., and I agree with that. I mean, go buy KC Summers. They got enough freaking foreign cars sitting over there that's ridiculous. What happened to Detroit-based dealerships? I mean, we used to have General Motors, and we all used to be proud to own a GM car. We would be not caught dead in this foreign crap. Now it's like we forgot what we went to war for, what we fought and died for in World War II. It's like, yeah, let's fund these Germans and let's fund these, Tokyo people. Are you people nuts? I mean, it's serious. So, yes, I am totally against foreign cars, and I think that we could do a lot better, USA, than what we're doing. And that's the only video I'm doing tonight, so God bless one and all.